Life can be challenging enough as it is, and ever since I was a child, I've been looking for happiness, like most living beings probably are. I consider myself pretty lucky that I discovered pretty early on that I feel happiest when I am right here in the present moment and finding joy in the simple daily tasks, routines, and the moments. I just love making little moments a little bit more special. Has been a pretty big priority for me in life. That is where I truly find my peace and my happiness. So today I want to share 5 things with you that I started doing to simplify my life. So I have the time, the space and the energy to focus on the things that bring me the most joy. So without further ado, let's get into this. So the first thing that I started doing to simplify my life is using a 5-minute timer. And I'm mostly using that timer for tasks that I don't like doing, where I don't really have the motivation to start them, but that once they are done, they do make a difference in life. I mean, I can do almost anything for just 5 minutes, and I will tell myself that it's only those 5 minutes. If the timer goes off, that means I can stop doing whatever it was that I was doing. And honestly, once you start doing this, you kind of realize that most tasks don't even take up the entire 5 minutes. It's a little tool, really helps me to stop procrastinating, and that makes honestly life a lot easier. So an example for where I use the 5-minute timer is when cleaning. And I'm specifically talking about like the deep cleaning that I do. So I used to do this about 15 minutes every day, but honestly lately I have been struggling with that, and I noticed that I was not doing it more days than I was actually doing it. So I decided, okay, let's do it just 5 minutes. And I found that I actually can get done just as much. You're really going to take up as much time as you give yourself to for something. And I can work off pretty much as I did in the 15 minutes in those 5 minutes a day. And here's the thing, I will actually do it every day. So that's a really big difference, and that's been really, really helpful for me. I mean, cleaning for 15 minutes, that's way harder to start than just 5 minutes. Like I said, 5 minutes, I can do everything just 5 minutes. That's okay. I can get myself to do that. Then the second thing that I started doing to simplify my life is cooking in big batches. So I come from a family of 5 people. So the times that I would cook at home, I would already cook in a bigger batch. Since living just with my boyfriend, I kept making the same amount of food and then just freeze it or put it in the fridge. Which means that we can eat twice from that meal. It's not much extra work to just make twice as much compared to making a meal just 2 times, if you know what I mean. So this way, if we don't have the energy or the time to cook, we can just have a healthy pre-made meal from our fridge or our freezer. Things like soups are really easy to just make in a big batch and then freeze. Also things like stews, big salads like meal salads, pasta salads are super easy to just make in a big batch and then have it more often throughout the week. And we've been really, really loving this. It's so warm. And then the third thing that I started doing to simplify my life is curating my capsule wardrobe. Honestly, having a capsule wardrobe makes life so much easier, or even just having a curated wardrobe, however you like to go into this, just a wardrobe that goes together and that's easily mixed and matched, makes life so much easier. I also specifically like the capsule wardrobe because it means I don't have as much clothes available to me, which makes it much easier to just pick an outfit because there isn't as much to choose from, and that very much helps me as well. So this just makes it way easier to get dressed and feel good in the clothes that I am wearing, because I know every single piece that I have in my wardrobe is something that I love and that I feel good when wearing. So that is really, really nice and has very much helped me to simplify my life. And it can definitely take a while to get there, to feel very comfortable with the wardrobe that you have. And also, like, your wardrobe is going to change over time, your style is going to change, the things that you like are going to change, and that is absolutely fine. That's part of the fun, I guess. With your style changing, your lifestyle changing, your wardrobe will keep evolving with you, and that's absolutely fine. But at any given point, just having a small collection of clothes that you know you feel very good in and that you can just always just grab and go is so helpful. So even if you don't want to start with a capsule wardrobe, or if you don't want to completely curate your wardrobe, maybe just start with picking a couple of outfits for any type of situation, for any type of weather that you know you feel really good in, that you can just grab and go. Having a couple of those outfits ready for you, that is a good place to start. I also did a video on how I add pieces to my capsule wardrobe, which might be helpful for you if you want to start this process. So I'll make sure to link that down in the description box for you, as well as up in the cards. And then the fourth thing that I started doing to simplify my life is start using a bullet journal. This has been life-changing for me, truly life-changing. So I've always been into the planner community, if you will, the traveler's notebook community, and I've definitely dabbled into making my own inserts and making different planner spreads, basically. Playing around with those, it's something that I really enjoy. It was a creative outlet for me for a while, still kind of is, honestly. And nothing quite stuck as well as my bullet journal. So what I really love about this, that it is so flexible, but also that you have everything in just one place. Anything that I may need is there in that one book, and that is so nice, so helpful for me. It's nice that it's flexible, that you can just adjust it to your needs and how your brain works, really, and just figure it out along the way. I have been using the system for years. I don't really remember since when. I want to say at least 5 years, probably longer. But I've been using this for a while and I've been really loving it. So yeah, it just helps me to keep track of everything. I don't need to think about where I put in an appointment, whether it's work, whether it's personal. It's all there in that one book. So I just know where to go to. And I can just adjust it to my life. So throughout the years, the way that I've been using my bullet journal definitely has changed a little bit, and that's fine. It's also really fun to kind of leaf back through older bullet journals and see how it has changed. I can just exactly make it the way that my brain works, and it is great. I love it, highly recommend you try this. If you would like me to do a video on bullet journaling, on how I use the system, do let me know. I could definitely do a video on that as well. And then number 5 on the list, the last one, is I started to let go of things that make me feel bad. And here I'm mostly talking about physical things. Definitely also goes for like the mental, non-physical things, but here I'm specifically talking about physical items. So we probably all have these things in our life that just every time that you look at them, that you hold them, they don't make you feel good. You kind of want to let go of them, but it's really hard to do. So I started to just let go of those items, no guilt. And my life has definitely been better for it. Oh my gosh, my hair, it's so warm and I don't know what to do with my hair. So whether it is because you spend more money on an item than you would have liked, or if it's maybe something that someone gave you and you really don't like it, but you feel guilty for getting rid of it. Whatever the reason is, maybe it's something else, whatever the reason is, if it makes you feel bad, don't keep it. Just let go. Honestly, it's going to make your life so much better. It truly is. And this is definitely something that you're gonna need to practice a little bit. It's not easy to just do. But once you kind of learn to do this and to be okay with it, it's definitely going to make your life a lot easier, and you're going to feel so much lighter after letting go of some of these things. So that's it for the 5 things that I started doing to simplify my life. I already did a video on 5 things that I stopped doing, that I quit to simplify my life. So if you would like to see that, I'll make sure to have it linked down in the description box as well as up in the card, so you can check that out if that's something that you're interested in. I want to thank you so much for watching this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and subscribe to my channel, which would really truly help me out a lot. I wish you a lovely rest of your day and I will see you in my next video. Bye!